Hi students, this is your Dr. K. Shivaya, Department of Pharmacology and Faculty of Shantiram College of Pharmacy. Our next topic is female reproductive system. See, to reproduce new babies, the production is that is a sexual reproduction. So in that the female reproductive system, we have to study structure and functions. This is the structure of female reproductive system. So in that female reproductive system, this is vagina, this is part of cervix, this is wall of uterus, and this is fundus, and this is body, and this is broad ligament. So whatever it is, this is entire, you can call it as a broad ligament, and this is fallopian tube. So here the again it is divided into the fallopian tube, that is uterine tube. It is divided into fimbriae, infundulum, ampoule. This part is one can call the ampoule, and this one is isthmus, and this is ureter. This is ureter. It is coming from the kidney, and this is ovary. This is ovary, and we can see step by step, one by one, how. But before going to that, in the overview, the female reproductive system is designed to carry out several functions. So what are that functions, main important functions here? The pH of the vagina is 4, and 40 weeks is the normal gestation period. 400 oocytes released between the menarche and menopause. So when the puberty started, after puberty, 400 oocytes are and 400 eggs are released up to the menopause. Next, and 4 lakhs oocytes present at puberty, oocytes only. So these oocytes releases the 400 eggs. So 28 days in normal menstrual cycle, you know everybody. So what is the some terms important here? That oogenesis, the development of egg, ovum in the ovary is called as oogenesis, oogonia. So that ovary we can call oogonia. During the fetal growth, the oogonia divided into to form primary oocytes to the mitosis process. At puberty, these will be form the secondary oocytes through the meiosis process, so that it could form the single N, and it is applied. So granulosa cells, so the granulosa cells present in oogonia that nourish the developing egg cells. So diploid human cell contain 46 chromosomes and is called as diploid. Haploid cells called gametes contain only 23 chromosomes, so it is called haploid. So vagina, canal that connects the uterus to the environment. Cervix, muscular ring of tissue at the mouth of the uterus, separating it from the vagina, holds the fetus in the place. So functions of female reproductive system. So formation of ova, reception of spermatozoa, provision of a suitable environment for fertilization and fetal development, and patrition, lactation, the production of breast milk, which provides a complete nourishment for the baby, in its early life. These are the functions of the female reproductive system. Then the female reproductive system, anatomically we can divide it into three: external genital organs, internal genitalia organs, and accessory reproductive organs. The external genital organs, they are externally visible, they are external, they are outside. The internal, they are inside. So these accessory organs, they to assess these organs, external and internal organs. This is external genital organs. So first we have to take the mons pubis. This is a mons pubis. Here the hair growth will be present. It is just above the vulva. Genital organs we completely we can call as vulva. So the entire this whatever this part we can call as the entire we can call as vulva. External genital organs we can call as vulva. So vagina is a part in the vulva. Okay. This is a vagina part. This is urethral orifice. This is urethral orifice. So this is this whatever the part from the between these urethral orifice and vaginal orifice and the layers of the labia minora and labia majora, between these part we can call as vestibule. Vestibule. And here we have the small clitoris. We can see step by step. The functions of external female reproductive system is mainly the enable sperm to enter into the body. So it is the main function of the external is sperm to enter the body, protect the internal genital organs from the infection organism. So the external organ of the female reproductive to protect the internal organs. The internal internal genital organs form a pathway. The functions of internal genital organs. This pathway consists of the following functions. Vagina. First part is vagina. So vagina, you know, so this is vagina. So clear, because of don't confuse with the cervix and vagina. This is vagina up to from here to here cervix, then here to from here to here the uterus. That uterus, body, fundus and body present. So that is don't confuse here. So the vagina is where sperm are deposited and form which a baby can emerge. So vagina is a elastic and cylindrical, elastic in nature and cylindrical, and it is made smooth muscle. Next, uterus, where uterus after that cervix it will be present. Then after that uterus, where an embryo can develop into a fetus. So where it is the embryo after conceiving of ovum with sperm, then to develop where it is developed uterus. Fallopian tubes, where the sperm can fertilize an egg. So fallopian tubes, it is mainly for the fertilization process. So ovaries which produces and release of eggs. So this is external structures and internal structures. So mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, vestibule, urethral, opening vaginal orifice and hymen, Bartholin glands and skinny glands, vestibular bulbs. And internal structures, vagina, cervix, vagina after the cervix, uterus, fallopian tubes and ovaries. So mons pubis. So a region adipose tissue that is it is made up of adipose tissue, then the superficial skin it will be present. So vagina that is covered with hair. Next, labia. So rich in nerve endings and blood vessels. Labia minora and majora have the rich nerve endings and blood vessels. So protects the internal organs against pathogens. Functions is sexual arousal. So the two folds of adipose tissue that border each side of vagina. The labia majora encloses and protects the other external reproductive organs. See, slide number 14. See these, if you see, so this is the labia, this is labia majora, this is labia majora, this is labia minora. So the two folds, it is fatty in nature, and that superficial skin will be present, on the superficial hair also present. So the labia majora enclose and protect the other external reproductive organs. Other reproductive, how it will protect the minor labia minora and vagina, it will protect. So literally translated as a large lips. The labia majora are relatively large and flesh. So how it is look like a large lips. Next, it contains sebaceous glands. It contains sebaceous glands. After puberty, the labia majora are covered with hair. So after puberty only, the labia majora covered with hair. So it contains the more number of sebaceous glands. So this secretes the sebum. They are always to moisture the vagina. Next, labia minora. The labia minora are smaller folds of skin that lie inside the labia majora. So this labia minora contains no hair follicles or sweat glands. Important point here. The labia minora has no hair follicles or sweat glands. The folds contain connective tissue, numerous sebaceous glands, erectile muscle fibers, and a number of vessels and nerve endings. So when you compare the labia majora, the labia minora have the more number of sebaceous gland, erectile muscle fibers, and a number of numerous vessels and nerve endings. Next, surround the opening to the vagina. So it is the labia minora. The labia minora is surrounded to the vagina. So these layers we can call as labia minora. This is labia majora. So surrounded to the vagina and urethral orifice. So here they have the more number of blood vessels and nerves present. So that is more sensitive and more sensation. So surrounds of vagina joins the lower part of the uterus. The vagina, next come to the vagina, joins the lower part of the uterus to the inside of the body and urethra. So it is to join these labia minora layers. The labia minora layers join the vagina to the uterus, nothing but cervix, and urethra also. So urethra, the tube carries the urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Clitoris, it is a small cylindrical erectile tissue or erectile body about 1.5 to 2 centimeters, situated in the most anterior part of the vulva. So these are external genital organs, and simply we can call as already we know. So you know that so this part we can call as clitoris. We can call as clitoris. It is present superior part of the most anterior and superior part of the vulva. The two labia minora, not majora, meet at the clitoris. So they are joined at the end. There the clitoris present a small sensitive protrusion. So the clitoris is covered by the fold of skin called as prepuce. See that clitoris is covered by small skin, two folds of skin. That it is richly supplied with nerves. It is very sensitive when compared to the labia minora. Labia minora also have the nerves, but when it is more sensitive when compared to labia minora also. So the clitoris is very sensitive to stimulation and it can become erect. So this is the more erected part in the female reproductive system. Vestibule. The vestibule is formed by the labia minora. I said that already. So between these not between, it is surround the, it is formed by the labia minora. It encloses urethral opening and vaginal orifice and hymen. That's from the greater vestibule. The space, what are the space available in the labia minora? The vestibule is found by the labia minora. So the labia minora is tissue. It is enlarged. That space we can call as a vestibule. So in that in that only the urethral opening will be present and the vaginal orifice present. So see once. So the diagram is very important here. Then only we can understand the. So this is this part we can call as labia. I mean, is two folds, but it is from this is urethral orifice. So this is vaginal. So this space we can call as a vestibule. The space we can call as a vestibule. Understand? So that is called as a vestibule. So in that vagina ducts from the greater vestibule is present next to urethral orifice. So situated in the middle, just urethral orifice, just now only seen. Situated in the middle, just in front of the vaginal orifice, about 1 to 1.5 centimeter below the pubic arch. Okay, just to pubis undi kada, aa pubis ki kinda 1 to 1.5 centimeters lo untundani artham. Vaginal orifice and hymen. So lies in the posterior end of the vestibule. So that clitoris is anterior in the vulva. Okay. So this lies the posterior end of the vestibule. It is completely enclosed by vagina, completely enclosed by septum of a mucous membrane called hymen. See the vaginal orifice, it means nothing but vagina. So vagina, say vagina hole. So the vagina hole is completely enclosed by the septum of mucous membrane called as hymen. Hymen located just inside the vaginal opening. No known function, not always present, but you don't know perfect information. But it is usually ruptured at the conception of first time sexual. So the hymen, it is covered the vaginal orifice after first sexual, that is ruptured. Next, Bartholin glands. There are two Bartholin glands, one on each side. Ducts from the greater vestibular. So that is a Bartholin glands. Each gland has a duct which measure about 2 centimeters opening into the vestibular outside. So close to the posterior end of the vestibular bulb. So during the sexual excitement secretes the abundant alkaline mucus which helps the lubrication. So the Bertholin glands, where it is located, if you see, observe, see, this is vestibular part. In that vestibular part only, each side, this side and this side, the Bertholin glands present, they secrete is the mucus. So that secretion, it is useful for the making a lubrication. So during sexual excitement, secretes the abundant alkaline mucus, which helps in lubrication. Skinny glands, the largest para-urethral gland, it is present in vagina part only, para-urethral, in urethra orifice, okay. Next, blood supply. So the branches of internal pudendal artery and branches of femoral artery. So pudendal artery, then it is then after that it is into small arteries, that arteries to entire cover the entire external genital organs and internal genital organs, and few blood vessels, small blood vessels are coming from the branch of femoral artery. So the two arteries, the major arteries to supply the entire female reproductive system. Next, veins, internal pudendal veins. You know, the arteries to supply the oxygenated blood, the veins to carry the deoxygenated blood to the heart. So these internal pudendal veins, collect the deoxygenated from the external genital organs, internal genital organs. These enter into the, then after that inferior vena, inferior vena cava. So these are the how blood supply takes place. Nerve supply. So bilateral somatic nerve, so that is a anterior superior part and posterior inferior part. So if you take an anterior means mundu, superior ante paina, posterior ante back, inferior ante kinda. So so how the nerves are supplied, that's why they divided two. So cutaneous branch from ilioinguinal, genital branch from the genitofemoral nerve. So pudental branch from the posterior cutaneous nerve. So between two groups, the vulva and pudental nerve. So simply we can call as a pudental nerve. Simply we can call as a pudental nerve. So lymphatic. So the lymphatic system also distributed in the female reproductive system. The superficial inguinal nodes, intermediate groups of inguinal lymph nodes, and external and internal iliac lymph nodes. These lymph nodes to collect the wastage whatever formed in the female reproductive system. You know already the lymphatic system is a system. It is collect the waste material from the body. Okay, already we discussed it in the lymphatic system in first year. So internal genital organ vagina. So vagina is a birth canal. So a tube like muscular but elastic organ about 4 to 5 inches long in an adult woman. pH is acidic. It is the passageway for the sperm. To the egg and for menstrual bleeding. Not only the passage of sperm and to produce after menstrual bleeding, you know your body. So organ of copulation and copulation and forms the birth canal of patrician. I think understand all of you. So this is this part we can call as vagina. This part we can call as vagina. So structure: posterior wall of vagina is 10 centimeters long. Anterior wall is 7.2 centimeters length. You know what is posterior and anterior. Anterior and posterior and back. See back will see. See, this this is vagina, this is vagina, this is in front, it is in inside posterior, inside this interior posterior. See, so this is anterior, this is posterior. So the posterior is in a 10 centimeters and anterior is 7.5 centimeters length. The upper end at the upper end of the vagina is known as vault. The upper end of the vagina is known as vault, the pink in appearance. It connects the external genital organ to uterus. That's all, no? The vagina is to connect the external genital organ and internal genital organ. That is the first point. Okay. So connects is, that is uterus, the cervix. So cervix is okay. The organ of sexual intercourse in women. Fornics of vagina. So formed at the top of the vagina due to projection of uterine cervix. So 4 fornics are there. What are that? 1 anterior front of cervix, 1 posterior behind, 2 lateral either side of cervix, and these are the fornics of the vagina. So anterior of the vagina lie the bladder and urethra, which are closely connected to the anterior vaginal wall. See here, whatever the organs present, see, you know, everybody, the urethral orifice is also present in external genital organs. We studied vagina and urethral orifice, so that automatically the bladder also present. So that is where it is present, anterior to the vagina. The posterior to vagina lie the pouch of the Douglas, the rectum, so and the perineal body, each occupying the third of the posterior vaginal wall. So man posterior, if you observe the posterior, so vagina ki posterior ga chusinattayite ema untayi, Douglas untundi, rectum untundi, the perineal body untundi. So ivanni these are present posterior to the vagina. Sensor location. The laterally on the upper 2/3 are the pelvic fascia and the ureters, which pass beside the cervix. So it passes to the beside the cervix, beside the cervix pakkane untayi. So it is also superior to the vagina. So lies to the uterus. Vagina superior emuntundi, uterus untundi. Inferior to the vagina vachesi external genital organs. So just we have to draw neatly diagram, then only we can understand easily what is anterior position, which one is present, posterior position, which one present, lateral, which one position, superior, which one position present. We can write when you draw diagram neatly, when you learn diagram. So blood supply is already we studied. So cervical in that is we studied, but so this is internal, that is external. So cervico-vaginal branch of uterine artery present, vaginal artery present. That vaginal anterior, it is divided into internal iliac, internal pudendal, and veins, internal iliac vein and internal pudendal vein. Also simply we can call as pudendal artery in kuda raichu. We can note that, is nothing to worry. But here where the organ present, they given the name, the uterine present. That's why it is uterine artery. Vaginal is vagine artery. These are all comes under pudendal arteries. Get my point. So veins, internal iliac vein and internal pudendal vein. Lymph, internal iliac group and superficial inguinal group present. Nerve supply, sympathetic and parasympathetic from the pelvic plexus. So lower part is supplied by the pudendal nerves. So here also pudendal nerve supply, simply we have to remember, is pudendal artery, pudendal veins. Then after that they given the respective name of the organ. Suppose if you take an ureter artery, if you take vagina artery, these are comes under pedinal arteries. So nerves also we can write like that only. So sympathetic and parasympathetic, they coming from they branches, from that it is divided. So that is called as a pedinal nerve. So that pedinal nerves again it is divided in depending upon part they given the names. You getting my point? So lower part is supplied by the pedinal nerve. Okay, next part is uterus. Girls are born with over a million egg cells, but only about 400 are released during the lifetime of menstrual cycles. So no new eggs developed after birth. Here the point is after birth 1 million cells, that is 1 million egg cells present in the ovary. Okay, so that they release the only 400 eggs. So if you 400 eggs, so these